Alright. So now we're being blinded while we're recording. So, thumbs up to that.
Woo!
So we're here to talk about
We're on the scene.
On the scene.
For the very first ever Galactic Log. And
you know
it probably
date?
looks like it's August the 10th.
It gets to be in numbers and dashes.
Right. So this is 08/10/12, Galactic Log 001.
And yeah, we're talking about the movie we saw.
Just now.
And we referenced it in the podcast.
Yes.
We were
so
gonna go
if
see
you don't
this.
know what it is, screw you.
So, we saw
Total Recall.
Total Recall. And what did you think? Because you saw it twice. This is the first time for me. I just want to know where you're at.
It's fucking awesome.
He likes it. That's the only thing. When I was talking to him on the podcast right before we left to go see the movie, that's all he said. All he said was, "It's fucking awesome." Nothing more. Just
that was basically my review.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, I mean, it's because this is more, I guess, it's more based on your opinion, I guess, because again, you haven't seen it before.
Right.
So this is like that first impression stage.
Exactly. So I thought that it was an okay movie. That's all I thought. But there were two things. There were two things in this movie that made it an okay movie as opposed to being a bad movie. Two things I really loved. One, man, the special effects in that fucking movie. Wow. You going to see Spider-Man and then you go see this. It's
those visuals.
It's like night and day. I mean, this is like I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
It's not like night and day at all. That movie sucked.
No, the movie's garbage. I actually tried to watch that. Couldn't get through it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
One time, my mom was just sitting down. She's like, "Look what's on TV." And we tried to sit down. I was like, "No, I couldn't get through it.
This is not worth it."
No.
And usually I can get through Tom Cruise movies. Yeah.
You know which Tom Cruise movie was awesome? Ghost Protocol. Mission Impossible 4.
That movie was good.
That movie rocks.
But back on Total Recall.
Right. Yeah, Total
Visuals.
Recall.
Visuals were like, I don't know. I can't really compare it to too much because, like, it's really up there.
It's so visually unique when you see, again, like, the way the buildings are built,
yeah,
sort of like
architecture.
Floating, right? It's like square floating buildings, and then they have, like, all like crazy sequence after crazy sequence.
And the rooms, too, have like, this, Asian-inspired design. Like, I don't know if you noticed, this is really cool, like, with the wood panels.
It's, like, Asian, like, retro-futuristic.
It's
crazy.
Yeah,
it's very visually unique, and it's got some crazy action.
The action's really good.
What did you think of the
numbing after a while,
magnetic car chase?
Well, I thought it was, like, I mentioned it when we were watching it, it was really jarring because everything in the movie has this futuristic vibe, and the cars fit the vibe, but when they drop down from the, like, mag cars down to the ground and you see the regular cars just look like.
But do you see how
regular cars.
Do you see how it was built though? Like how most of the movie you don't like sort of realize it at first, but most of the movie takes place on an elevated architecture, and they very rarely go to the ground, and you realize the ground is just normal, and instead of like upgrading the ground level, they just started building futuristic shit up top.
Right, but you think there'd be some logical progression below as well. Why not have the mag system on the ground?
I guess the ground is for peons.
As you can tell, it's like, incredibly efficient and faster to navigate with a mag system.
I guess the ground is for peons.
Okay, and second thing, I really liked the villain. Kate Beckinsale did a fucking awesome job as that villain. She had the Terminator walk going. Just that hair flowing too. It was just there was menace there. Like, man, she was fucking badass.
I was very willing to go evil.
And
for this movie.
She was pretty foxy too. I mean, you look at
everybody. This is what turns Brandon on.
Well, there's Jessica Biel, and she's like, she's kind of hot, but Kate Beckinsale is just
the villains take this round for hotness.
Now I'm blinking a lot because the light. It's the only way I can get lighting in here is because my shitty iPhone camera. Better camera on the way. It's in the works.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the two things: the visuals and the villain, man.
Both V's. You know what that reminds me of? V for Vendetta, which is another awesome movie.
Which I haven't seen.
We'll be doing that one eventually.
Yeah, we might
That
do that.
movie's awesome.
We'll probably make commentaries, maybe.
Yeah, that'll be one of the commentaries that we'll have to do.
So, like, I've got a lot of content to publish today. We got podcast and this going up today.
Yeah, no, a lot. 2 things. So that's
Well,
a
we
lot.
already had...
And we've
like,
already
2.
published multiple articles today as well,
Yeah,
so
so-
this is a huge content day for the site.
Plus, we did massive revisions to the site, too, so... It's
True.
been a...
It's a very productive day,
Yeah.
considering that neither of us were working today.
Well, you know, I mean, our productivity isn't...
But I prefer being productive this way, not like at work.
Right.
Work sucks.
You know what else I plan on doing? Is bringing the mic along with us, too, so we can just, like, do this kind of thing. You know, with the mic. Right? It's kind of better than having shitty audio from phone.
Like, I don't even know if this is recording anymore. What if it ran out of, like...
Yeah, that's a good question. And I don't want to go and check it, because then the fucking, you know... But,
And that would just waste time.
well, okay, so... My overall opinion... And, okay, now the things I disliked.
Oh,
This,
yeah,
like,
okay.
yeah, here.
Let's hear this, too.
So, the villain's motivations were kind of weird, especially in the grand, like, global conflict. Why isn't anyone, opposing him? Especially the, what were they called? The people that he was going to try to kill. What were they called?
The colonists?
The colonists, right?
They can do shit. They're oppressed bitches.
They're oppressed bitches, okay.
Yeah, and remember, he was orchestrating the bombings of the resistance to sort of try and turn people against the government of the colony the entire time. Because
Now, the government of the colony, don't they have any, like, force at all?
no, not really. If you notice throughout the whole movie, they make constant references to how basically the United Federation of Britain completely basically controls everything. I mean, they're the ones that built... Okay, first of all, I don't know how the hell you build an elevator that goes through the core of the planet. That's just ridiculous,
It's
but
outrageous.
awesome.
There's a lot of things that are ridiculous but are awesome. The ending! Oh my god, the ending was really cool. When Kate Beckinsale came back.
For a final boss fight.
yeah,
Because I
final
was just
bo-
like, when he was fighting Cohagen, I was like, no way this guy's the final boss.
That was a good fight, though.
I was surprised at how well he was able to turn into a boss, but Kate Beckinsale's the surprise final boss was definitely...
Now, what did you think of Bryan Cranston's performance as, like, Cohagen?
I think the real star of the show was definitely Beckinsale. I mean, he was more a plot device than a character, I guess.
True. I think with with Breaking Bad, like, becoming so popular, I find him in a lot of new movies now. Like, he was in Drive, and, and then this, which before
Drive was surprisingly violent.
You watched Drive? Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like, it starts off as, like, you know, this movie where you're just like, oh, I guess this guy, you
It's
know,
hyper-violent, too.
he's got, like, you know, this, you know, he only feels alive when he's driving sort of thing, and then by the end of it, it's just ridiculously
Yeah, but I thought
hyper-violent.
he didn't have a character at all.
Yeah, that's the point. I'm just saying, like, I didn't like that movie as much as
Yeah, no, it was like a big cult, like, phenomenon, but I don't know. Wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah. But then again, differing opinions is okay.
So, now if
As long as they agree with mine.
Now, just based on this, like, just immediate reaction, this is what I'm going to give it right now. So all I'm going to say is, I'm probably going to give it around a 3. 3, it's just above a 2. Just above a 2. I might retract it down to a 2 later upon further reflection. Right now, I'm not too sure. But I'm sticking with a 3, because the villain is really awesome. And the effects, I can't really... Yeah,
Definitely
so good.
worth seeing just for visuals alone.
Yeah, like art design too, like the architecture. How
Oh yeah,
they built everything.
whoever like came out with the art design for this movie deserves a medal.
Like you really get engaged in this universe when you when you first get thrown in there. You want to know more about what's the world and global conflict. Too bad I don't think they did a good job of presenting it, because I was kind of lost with the whole conflict going on. But
And me as the English major, I actually did see a lot of a surprising amount of depth that most people probably won't notice. But that'll probably be talked about. I'll probably write an article about it. Just because, I mean, like, that would be a lot of stuff to explain that I could probably better explain through writing. So, watch out for that.
so you're gonna publish another article.
Yeah, I'll probably be talking about, like, I'll just talk about Total Recall. It'll be a more in-depth, not really a review, but just more of
a recall.
more of an analysis of Total.
Recalling.
No.
I like to get puns.
It's
in
not,
whenever I
it's
get a
not
chance.
recall, it's more reflect.
I see a gentleman staring at us as we talk awkwardly into a camera
There
on
are?
the dashboard. They just passed by us.
Oh, were they staring at us?
Yeah, they gave
Because we're standing here talking
into
in
a
a
light.
car. Like, there's probably all these extras that are walking past us that they don't even know that they're going to be world famous soon enough.
There's like they're giving passing glances.
They're
Great.
probably wondering what the fuck we're doing.
So, yeah, without any video editing software to do like this right now.
So Brandon
It's gonna
gives
be
it
raw.
a 3. I give it a 4.
So,
I definitely want to pick it up when
Paul,
it comes
yeah,
out.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'll pick it up on Blu-ray or whatever. But again, I apologize for the crudeness of this video.
Don't apologize. I never do.
He gives it a what did you give it?
I give it a 4. Brandon gives it a 3.
I give
So
it a 3.
overall, definitely worth seeing. That's
It's-
basically what the consensus is.
I mean, which is we're probably in conflict to what's the consensus.
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes can suck it. This movie's definitely worth seeing.
Give it a yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's
surprisingly,
pretty
I
much
actually agree with Roger Ebert's consensus on a movie.
What?
Roger Ebert, he actually gave this 3.5 out of 4 stars.
Which, oddly enough, falls directly in between our two scores.
It's destiny.
You know, we're
Yeah, but he doesn't give 5 stars. He only goes up to 4, though. So
oh, so then that's an even better score.
yeah, exactly. So that's 7 out of 8.
So Roger
That's
Ebert.
even better than mine.
Yeah, that's something. So
And he doesn't like any movie except for like those crazy movies that only critics like Citizen Kane. Who's shit.
okay, so we can't go too long here.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
have to cut you off.
We should probably stop talking.
This has been a Galactic Log, and we're out.
There's more to come.